Hi guys, welcome to the Proposal Show. My name is Gilda Naibe and I'll be your host. So basically, we follow men on the last journey, right before they're about to propose to their lovely future wives. And then we just kind of get the perspective from the male's point of view, kind of see what it is that they go through right before they're about to propose or ask the big question. So how I met Brian was actually, I met him through his jeweler, the Kennedys. It's this beautiful ring shop in Lyco Regency. So when I went there to go meet with the jeweler so he can show me the ring, I was like in complete amazement because Brian has good taste, guys. I can't even tell you. Aki, one of the most beautiful rings I've ever seen. I won't even lie. So Brian was proposing at a hotel in Diani and he had to get the ring shipped off to him, and us guys had to make sure that we had people on board, cameramen, everybody just to do the whole setup. And so we managed to get a hold of a camera guy in Mombasa, and let me tell you, on D-Day, everything that could go wrong was just going wrong. And I was so worried because I was like, how are we gonna get this proposal done? Because Brian's phone is off. I can't communicate with him. I don't know if his phone is gonna go on. The weather was also not the best. But finally, we heard back from Brian. His phone had a problem. So he would call me, we talk for 5 minutes, then his phone will die. So call me, talk for 5 minutes, dead. So but between all of that, we managed to get the camera set up on the beach where he was about to propose. So it's far away where they couldn't see us, but we could see them, but close enough for us to be able to see what they were talking about. So the setup was on the beach. Guys, the most beautiful setup that was done. Like, they had the lights, this whole kind of dome area with the blue lights. There was flowers, there was candles, there was like everything just to make it really romantic. And lucky for us, we got to see it before they came through. So we went in, we took a couple of shots, you'll see, of the whole setup, and then we had to go and hide ourselves to a place where Daisy, the fiance, was not gonna be able to see what was happening. And yeah, we managed to get the proposal on camera, which was the most important thing. So we see Daisy and Brian, right? They come through, they look at the setup. You can see that Daisy is like, okay, what's going on? Because it's a little area just put aside for the two of them. So yeah, Brian had ordered some cocktails for the both of them, and you could see that Brian was sipping his a bit faster than, than Daisy was sipping hers. I think he knew what was about to happen, and also knowing that there's a camera somewhere was also giving him a bit of a fast hand. So yeah, Daisy, you could tell, had no idea what was going on. She was just chilling, sipping her drink, ordering food, looking around, and we were worried like, okay, maybe she's going to spot us, you know? Maybe we need to zoom back a bit. But luckily enough, I don't think she knew what was going to happen. But Brian did, and we were wondering where will he propose, because it had been like 1 hour in, they had dinner, they were having drinks, and so we were wondering what's not happening. Or what's not happening right now with Brian, you know? We could tell he was nervous a bit, but finally he just decided, I think it's time to do it. And we saw him pop out his hand, look at Daisy, say something to her, something that we didn't manage to get, you know? But we knew it was something along the lines of, I love you, you're my life, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and all those beautiful things you say. So we could see Brian leaning in towards Daisy, and you could tell, okay, it's time. He's about to do it. He's gonna ask her to marry him. And you know, this is like one of those questions that your soulmate, when it's about to happen, you have no idea how beautiful that feels. So you could just tell the vibe was just intimate, and he was going on one knee, and he was saying something to her. And I wish we could hear what he was saying, but we couldn't. But we could tell that she was smiling, and we knew, okay, he's doing it. He's really asking her to marry him. And he did. So after a few seconds of Brian whispering to her something, we could see like Daisy just broke down into tears, guys. She was crying. Tears were flowing. And this is what everybody wants to see, you know? She was crying, and she could see she slipped on the ring on her finger, and she was just like, oh my God, everything. Just tears running down her face, you know? So after he put the ring on it, after he put the ring on her finger, we could just see that Daisy was completely in love with this ring. You know, the sparkle that was sparkling on that thing was shining all the way to our cameraman. So you could see it from afar, you know. And I just know that as she was putting on that ring, she was just not imagining that this was happening to her tonight. And you could see she was overwhelmed. She broke down, she started crying, she was in tears, and she said she couldn't stop crying because it was so beautiful, and the ring was so beautiful. It was perfect for her, and it was a perfect location on the beach, you know, with a few cocktails in, and Brian was now starting to be comfortable. You could see him laughing and telling jokes. You know, the nerves had left the system now, and the two were just completely in love with the moment. So yeah, we came up on Daisy after they had their few moments as a newly engaged couple. We had to come in and see Daisy and show her that we were planning this massive surprise. We came up on her and showed her, surprise, we've been documenting this whole thing for the last 2 days. We've been planning this. And I think that was even a bigger surprise for her, because she was wondering, how did Brian pull this off without her not knowing, you know? And so we had to come up on them, ask them a few questions, get to see how she was feeling. And we saw her crying, she broke down. And I just think it was just a happy moment that we got to share with them, and something that we can remember forever, which I know Daisy will for the rest of her life. So listen to what they had to say about the proposal.
My name is Brian Congo Diambo, and my fiance, the new fiance in town, is Daisy Ann Naulika. We are engaged now. She's going now to be soon. I'm going for introduction next month. And then next year, we're going to have a proper traditional wedding. And she's going to be my wife. Not that. I met her in Migori. When was the year? 2018. She was an intern that time, a medical intern. She was an MD, medical intern doctor.
Medical officer intern.
A medical officer intern, MY. It was somewhere in a club. I didn't want her, she didn't want me. In Migori.
And the rest is history.
Then the rest is history. We met in Nairobi later on, and the rest is history. But Migori, I really pursued this woman. She didn't want me. And me, I didn't want her also. I didn't want her, by the way. And then, at some point in Nairobi, we met somewhere in Runda. And then, the rest is history. It was perfect after that. A lot. She is, it's one thing that she's built me for the 1 year, 2 years. She's built me to the man that I am. That's what I like about her. She's wife material. She's built me. When you meet me on the street, it's her who's built this image. A week. I think it was so random. It was so random because this year, Corona and everything, I was supposed to do it earlier. Then Corona happened. Then I had to postpone it. Then I wasn't sure. Then in between now, I think 2 weeks ago, I was in Mombasa then I was like, let me go back home because we live together. Like, let me go back home. Then I convinced her we come back and do this. I have to do this before the end of the year. So I did it. And then her friend, Raisa Ochola, African Thrillist. Go on Facebook, every African Thrillist. She's the perfect subscribe, like African Thrillist. She'll sort you out. Yeah, she walked me through everything. She's the perfect. She's my go-to guy. Her mother knew. I told her.
What? Oh
My mom knew.
God. What?
Yeah.
Everyone apart from me.
Your mom knew today, actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah, today. Your mom knew today. My mom knew I had stress because your finger size. And big up to Kennedy International Jewelers. Good job. Kennedy International Jewelers did a good job. Did a good job. By the way, it fits. It did fit, I think, unless we do some other. I was so scared. I knew it wouldn't fit.
It's perfectly actually.
So Kennedy, good job. Recommending you to all my friends. Good job. I didn't know. By the way, I didn't know. I tried. There are times I would try to play with her games just to know her ring size. I didn't know. So me and Kennedy had to like just think of our heads. Like we did. I told Kennedy. I think Kennedy is the one who decided we'll do a pinky size for his ring size. He knew it would fit. Then it was like 7.5 would fit you. Like, so let's do that. And it did perfectly. Actually, it was so random. Diani wasn't our plan. By the way, it was Mombasa, Diani, it was everywhere. Last minute, then we were so indecisive about everything. Then last minute we were like, let's fly to Mombasa. Actually, we're in Mombasa and got to Diani. Try a new place, because she travels a lot. She loves traveling. She's been everywhere. So a new place. It was just a new place, a random new place, and it's the perfect place for us.
Hi. My name is Dr. Daisy and Naulika, soon to be Mrs. Congo. Clearly. Yeah, those are my titles. I'm so overwhelmed actually. I've cried. I've been like, it's been too much. It's been too much actually. But I'm happy. I think I'm so happy to be engaged to my best friend. We've had a very wonderful weekend and then we are meant to go back home tomorrow. So this is actually, it stopped, actually it's like the cherry on top of the ice cream. It's been amazing. Not really, like he's been really strange, very strange for most of the holiday, but I don't know, I didn't really think about it. I was happy, I was having fun, swimming, enjoying my life with him, of course. So, but I don't know, I didn't think about it. It's amazing because he used to ask me a lot, like, what's your style, what type of rings do you like, and all of that. Yeah. Plans for the future is to get children. I just want to have babies with him and I want to live happily ever after.
Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. Bye.